What's going on, everybody? So happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We had the FOMC meeting today. A lot of people were waiting, for the conference meeting notes to come out. We were waiting to see what Jay Powell was going to say. It looked like for a moment in time that the market was going to really ramp up, start to really test that 5-day moving average on the triple Qs. Possibly if we were to get, some sort of dovish news out of Jay Powell, close over that 5-day moving average could spell a little bit more of a continued dead cat bounce. Not saying that we can't get a continued bounce going forward. It's just that when you're trading underneath the 200-day moving average on the big indexes, it's a little hard to just throw on long positions and kind of just leave them there, sitting just due to the high volatility in the market right now. But if you are a trader, you're a scalper, the moves have been insane. The ranges, the average true daily ranges on a lot of these stocks and indexes have really been massive. I mean, massive intraday swings to the upside, massive intraday swings to the downside. So if you kind of mark out your levels, you can play accordingly. So with that being said, today I'm going to be answering a question on this video that seems to get asked a lot online on social media. Can you really make money day trading? How much money can you make day trading? And that question is really all subjective to a number of different factors. Some of those factors being how much money do you actually have to day trade? If you have maybe $100 and you want to trade the markets full time, it's probably not going to work. If you have $1,000, maybe you can make a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, use it as a side income. I really wouldn't quit your day job and start trying to trade with $1,000, $5,000. Me personally, I really wouldn't trade full time unless you have like at least 25 to 50,000. 25 being the low end spectrum, 50,000 being like kind of mid tier. Obviously, if you've got like 100,000, and this is all subjective to what you're playing. So if you have $25,000 cash on hand and you really want to day trade full time, but you want to trade equities, meaning you want to buy and sell stocks, it's probably not going to happen. Not saying that you can't make a good clip, but you're going to kind of want to leverage that money a little bit more. For me personally, I do trade full time, and I do have more than $25,000 in my account. It is a cash account, not on margin, so I don't have to worry about any of the PDT rules, nothing like that. I don't trade with all of the capital in my account at one particular time, but I do trade with some decent size. So for example, my plays right now with the implied volatility being higher than normal just because of, the volatility in the market. Right now, I could be playing anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000 per hand, meaning that per trade that I take, I'm investing anywhere between $2,000 and $6,000 worth of premium, meaning that I'm buying options contracts, and that's about how much risk that I'm putting on the table. Obviously, if you're trading options contracts, you need to be very, very careful, because if you pick a strike price that's, let's say, out of the money and those options come on Friday's expiration and you're playing something like a weekly option contract and that does not hit your target, those contracts can essentially go to zero and you can lose all of that capital. So definitely, if you're going to try to day trade or scalp options, please understand that if the move fails or goes against you and you are sitting in a little bit of a drawdown, it's better just to cut the loss at a very, very small loss rather than trying to hold on to this stock and, hope and pray that this thing comes back, because that's the last thing I want anyone to do is kind of just, throw money around, not really know what to expect, and then have Friday come, that option contract expires worthless. So let's get into the trade today. Today, I was able to pull $1,300 out of Tsla on a quick scalp. I'm talking about I was only in this trade for 5 to 10 minutes max. It was right as we were leading into that FOMC meeting notes conference. What I was kind of looking at here was Tesla's daily chart. On our Tesla's chart on the hourly time frame here. So what do we have here in this gray shadow box is all of the pre-market action. What I did mark down was Tesla's pre-market lows, meaning that if we were to drop below these pre-market lows, kind of seeing what support we had underneath. Here's the 20, here's the 50-day moving average, here's the 200-day moving average, kind of just seeing that, if we lost this pre-market low, potentially where would be our support, and if we had some room in that trade to possibly short this to the downside if the market was weak. I kind of see seen that in pre-market, we were trading in a tight range. The market really wasn't doing anything today. We did come down here and kind of test these pre-market lows 1-2 times here. One time at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, another time here at 7 a.m. And then right around at 8 a.m., we were down trading in this range a little bit. We'll kind of bounce back up, come back down, bounce back up, come back down. So I kind of noticed that we were trading within a range here. You can see the 7 o'clock candle. We did put in this long shadow wick to the top side here, and we did also test it at 9 a.m. So what I was looking at here going into the 11 o'clock hour. Now, mind you, the meeting notes were going to come out around that 11:15 time frame, and then we know that Jay Powell was going to speak on the press conference right around 11:30. So what I was looking for here is I was looking at the hourly time frame chart. I noticed here at 9 o'clock that we came up and we hit 964.31 one time. We also tested that here at 10 a.m. What I was looking for here is I started to see some momentum build on Tesla. Obviously, at one point in time, this candle was green. This is the candle that I took my entry on. It was at an 11 o'clock hour candle. So what I was waiting for here was I was telling myself, if Tesla could break out of this daily channel, this daily range that we've been trading in, there's a potential for a scalp to take long on Tesla. I didn't go in with a lot of size on this account. I only bought one options contract. That contract cost me around $4,200, and I was able to take $1,300 in profit in just about 10 minutes. Luckily that I did take the profits when I did, because you can see here that as soon as Tesla confirmed this breakout at 964.31, not only did we confirm that price action, but we shot all the way up to 987. This is a 23-point move in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes when the or 10-15 minutes when it actually happened. So if I do pull up the 5-minute time frame, let's kind of see how long this trade actually lasted. It was a matter of 10 minutes in this trade. You can see here, or excuse me, let me go, ooh, that's after hours. If we go 11 o'clock hour here, here's where we were looking at. So if we zoom this out a little bit so we can get more of the chart set up and kind of just scroll, you can see from market open, we would kind of come up to this level, tag this level, come back down, trading sideways, not a whole lot of momentum, nothing on here. We tested this level 2 times, came back down to the 20-day moving average, kind of traded sideways. And then I noticed here we started to get a little bit of momentum, a little bit more volume compared to what was coming in on the previous 5 minutes. Had that one last pullback here into the 20-day moving average, and this was the exact candle that I got into. Obviously, I was watching this chart. I was extremely patient. Here's one thing that you need to expect when you are trying to day trade. You need to be able to sit on your hands and stay disciplined. Now, you're not just going to enter into a stock here because it's green. You're not going to enter into a stock here because it's green. You're not going to try to short the stock here because it's red. Yes, the price is going up and down, but it's really not going anywhere. You need to have some daily levels, some ranges, some channels kind of mapped out so you can see exactly, where's the resistance, where's the support. If we do lose that support, where potentially do we have room to go? If we were to lose this bottom range here, we had potential to go down to 930, and then anything under 930 had potential to come all the way back down to 910. We obviously know that we had nothing but clear blue skies ahead if we were to break out of this pre-market high range here that we were trading in literally almost all day until that 11 o'clock hour. And you can see here, as we started to get right into that FOMC meeting, we started to get this nice volume I seen coming in here on Tesla. As soon as I started to see this volume pick up and I seen that we took out the 964.31, I did take one options contract. That contract was a 960 weekly expiration January 28th strike price. I posted the P&L in my Discord. You guys can go check that out. That Discord link is down in the description box below. But as soon as we confirmed that price here, this is exactly where I got in. Obviously, you're never going to catch the whole move. I wish I would have caught the whole move, but I started to see this price increase, 68, 70, 71, 72, 73, and I sold when it was about 8 to 9 points higher, okay? Wish that I would have held just a little bit longer because I would have squeezed another 10 points out of the trade, but you're never going to be able to catch the whole move. So right around this area, as we broke this level of resistance and we started to trade higher here, we started to inch up. I could see see that P&L going up. I see my options premium, going up, right? So my premium was like $4,100. I seen it go to 43, 44, 47, 48. And it got as high as to where I could take $1,300 profit. As soon as I seen the P&L go over $1,000, I knew that I was just going to give myself 5, 10, 20 more seconds just to kind of hang tight, because the last thing you want to do is have this completely fake you out and then snap back here and lose all that money. Quickly hit the sell market on my options contract, just got out of the trade, $1,300 profit. It did run up. If I would have held it, I would have made close to $2,000 on that trade, but you can't look at it that way. A winning trade is always a good trade, no matter if you win $10, no matter if you win 10,000, really doesn't matter. And you can see here, 5, 10 minutes later, not only did we come all the way back down, but we lost this 964 breakout level, came all the way back down and tested the 20-day moving average, quickly cracked below it, used the 50-day moving average on the 5-minute time frame as a hard support, and then it started to trickle up higher here. But you can see as Jay Powell kept speaking in the conference from the FOMC was continuing, the market really didn't like what was being said, and we sold and lost all these levels. There was also a short position here that you could have took. Remember this range here, 936. Remember this bottom pre-market low here. You could have also been patient and waited for the breakdown of 936, and if you would have took this as a scalp to the downside, you could have got in at 936, 937 area, and it came all the way to lows of, lows of 906. So this was actually a bigger move to the short side than it was to the long side. However, I was a little bit more long biased, and obviously I was not going to flip my bias after I got into this trade here and was able to take profits here. I didn't want to take a chance in shorting something down here, potentially having it fake me out and coming here and losing my profits from the long. So can you make money day trading? Yes. However, you do need to have a little bit of experience. You do need to know somewhat of what you're doing. You do need to be disciplined. You do need to understand that playing with real money, you can lose real money. So you need to keep those emotions in check, that if these moves do not fail, because the market does not care if you're long, the market does not care if you're short. The market doesn't care if you're up 10,000. The market doesn't care if you're down 20,000. The market doesn't care if you're a bull, doesn't care if you're a bear, doesn't care if you're a scalper, doesn't care if you're a swing trader. The market is going to do what the market is going to do. It's completely up to you to navigate and be an adult about this and have good risk management, be very, very disciplined, and not be greedy. I cannot emphasize this enough. Did I know that I was going to make $1,000 on this trade? Absolutely not. If I would have came up and been up $100, $200 and I would have quickly started to see this pull back on me, I just would have sold. I would have sold. Maybe I would have won 200, maybe I would have lost 200, but I know that if the move failed, that I needed to get out of this trade. And even if I would have taken an $80 clip on this thing, meaning I made 50 to 80 bucks, I would have still been happy with this trade. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about being right in your move. It's about being right in your research, about being right in the way you executed the trade. And if you can execute your trade to where you're self-sufficient and able to take these trades on a day in and day out basis, and you get more comfortable seeing these plays and seeing these levels kind of map out, then you're going to have more success in the market, and especially if you're day trading. Why do 80-90% of day traders fail? I'll give you 2 reasons. They come into the market undercapitalized. For example, you come into the market with $4,000. You took this same play. Let's say that this play did not work out right, that this play quickly went up, wicked back down, lost these levels of support, and right around here, you start to panic. Right around here, you start to get nervous. You see it pop back up. You say, yay, it's coming back up. Chops around, chops around, chops around. Jay Powell continues to talk, and you get this fucking flush down to the bottom. With that being said, you could have taken a $4,000 premium on your options contract all the way down to maybe a $2,000-$3,000 loss. So you have to just play your emotions and play the chart. Day traders fail because you come in undercapitalized, and day traders fail because you can't manage your risk and handle your emotions like an adult. Remember, guys, This is an adult game. This is not a child's game. This is business. You are constructing business here. Treat the stock market like a business. Treat it, like as if it's your lifeline. Treat it as if it's your career. Do not come in here and play with the market, because the market will play you. I hope that helps. If you guys want more information, see my website, evolutiontraders.com. Also, subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. I would love to hear what you guys think about Tesla and their earnings. For me personally, I thought that their earnings were very, very good. I think that going forward, it's going to look even better. The stock did drop after hours, however, pretty much recovered most of that move, and it's pretty much almost flat in the after hours session, trading at 9:30. Trading at 9:30 when the price closed at 9:37. So not down that much. I can see a complete bounce, just like Microsoft had that nice bounce. Microsoft was absolutely crushed yesterday and then recovered the whole move and some today. I can see that happening with Tesla as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys all in the next one.